Guys, it's Will here. Today I'm going to show you guys something new of mine that you may have seen, but I have not really gone into depth about what it totally is and anything really about it. So let's show you guys around. Alright guys, so up front on the bow we got a power driven trolling motor, and I think this one is 65 pound thrust. It's a nice little trolling motor. Got the controls right up front here. See that it's a Minn Kota custom painted as well. Then we have a Humminbird 561 up front. It's a nice little depth finder. It works well for just being up front and being able to see the depths below me, obviously. Then not only do we have that, but we actually have our navigation lights up front. Okay, I will show you guys that in a second. So now I got them lit up. It's kind of hard to see with the sunlight with the camera, but that one's red, and then we got green up front. So super cool big LED strips. Super bright at night. I can show you guys that as well. But otherwise guys, let's show you some of the inside of the boat. So up front here in the left compartment we have one of the trolling motor batteries. This is a 24 volt system, so I have plenty of room for camera gear, sweatshirts, snacks. Then on the right side here is the other battery. And then we have some boat fenders, and then I keep my rope up front here to tie off of things as well. And there's always usually room for sweatshirts and snacks as well if I would like. Rain gear. Usually the ropes can be wet though, so sometimes I'll just switch it over to the other side over there. But otherwise, super nice, lots of space. Then up front here on the right side as well, I keep my depth finder covers in here. I keep life jackets up here, throwable, dry bag, all kinds of stuff can fit in here. And then the onboard charger as well for these batteries. It goes up in this one, lots of space. Next up we have the other compartment up front, and I got space for all of my tackle. I keep all my Ned rigs right up here, drop shot, some extra baits by Headbanger Lures. I have some topwater soft baits, creature baits, grubs, tubes, some spare tackle, flies, panfish baits up front here too. And then you can see there's another onboard charger back there. Then in the center here we got the two seats, obviously. We got the dash, got the other Humminbird. This one's got side imaging and some better down imaging and other settings. See right there, it's a 798 CI HD. Really nice one. It's got internal GPS and everything. Got a special cup holder right there. This controls the trim and power to the boat. Then I keep two rods locked down back here. Usually the two rods that I use the least, I keep mounted back here. Then we actually have the rod locker right in the center there. I keep these rods sticking out so I can just grab them quick and easy. Then we got some padding there on the sides. This keeps it basically just nice and snug. Doesn't allow them to move around a whole lot. But not only that, but they don't bang around as much when you go over big bumps in the roads here in Wisconsin. They gotta look out for. So yeah, I can fit 9 rods in there if I like. I also keep the stern light back in here, and if you can see on the camera here that it's dark, see the blue light emitting? That is inside of there and makes it easy to see at night. Then we got a light up front here, which is pretty nice and handy. Then we got the bilge pump. Luckily we don't have water on board. Then we got the navigation lights over here, the aerator for one of the live wells here, and then this aerator up front actually just controls some lights up front. And they're actually all around the boat, as you can see. Makes it really fun and easy to see the deck of the boat at night when I'm fishing. Okay guys, so this is one of the seats that I have up front here. But what I wanted to show you guys is the deck lights, blue deck lights. How cool is that? Then we got the navigation lights up front. Turn around. Got a nice small light right up front here. Just that push button one. Then back we have some more deck lights. It's nice, it's just, I like that it's not white. Because I feel like if it was white, it would attract more bugs. These definitely don't attract as many. This switch right up front here turns on the lights inside. So we got inside the rod locker. I believe they're in every compartment. Except very few. We had one in here. Now, bear with me, the lighting in my eyes is a lot better than the camera still. We got one in front. There. This one, yeah, it does have one, just buried. Boxes. And all the soft plastics. So under the driver's seat, I keep all of the tools I need for the boat. You name it. I got jumper cables, I got a prop wrench, got spare stuff, spare spark plugs, spare everything, spare prop wrapped in that towel, spare rope. Got a lot of tools in there. Then this one, that can also be used as a live well, but I put tools in there. Then this one is my live well. Don't use it a whole ton, but this is the live well. Don't use it very much, but this is the live well. It's nice. Throw all my spare baits behind the seat sometimes. Then right here is the battery for the motor. Then we have an onboard stereo. So there's the onboard stereo. Really nice. I keep my keys, a bunch of other stuff along here, phone, wallet, whatever it is. Makes it really nice, especially if it's raining. Doesn't blow away, stuff like that. Now let's see the back of the boat here. We got another mount for a seat in the back, and we got a mount for a seat up front. I have 3 seats I can mount here. I have not used them yet. Now if I'm just jigging all day, probably going to use them. Walleye fishing, probably going to use it. So back in this compartment here, we got the primer bulb, and there's some water back there. We got the primer bulb, we got the bolt plug, and a few few other things back down there. Fuel lines, all that. Then we got the 45 horse Mariner right here with a nice little GoPro mount, adhesive mount. Then let's show you guys the trim controls right here. So right in here is the motor for the trim. That controls the trim. That's what lifts this motor up and down. Nice and clean in there. Down in the middle is the fuel tank. I'm looking about a little over half full. It's a 12-gallon fuel tank. Holds plenty of gas for me. It's really nice that it's out of the way, and then there's a special compartment for it. I love that. It's out of the way, doesn't stand out. It's even got a fuel vent for it, which I should have had open. And then this other one, we keep all of the anchor rope and the anchor itself. And then right on the side of the boat here, I can keep comfortably, I can keep 4 rods out. 2 back here, 2 up front. If I want, I can put a couple on the other side too, but I usually sometimes stuff them right back in the rod locker. Alright guys, now for my favorite part. Now for my favorite part, all the tackle. We got the spinnerbait box in the corner. We got crankbaits, frogs, jerkbaits, topwater, terminal tackle box, jig box, kind of a random box. Then we got topwater. Then we got some crazy baits, topwater again, jerk baits, I believe, and then big crankbait box in the corner. Then we got some A-rig stuffed in the corner. Then we got the onboard fire extinguisher. I keep my pliers back here, scissors, and then they're sent back there as well. Fishing line, all kinds of good stuff. And then last but not least, we have all of my soft plastics for bass. We got corals and creature baits. We got all the swim baits over there. We got ribbon tail worms, some grubs, speed worms, shaky head worms, you name it, stick baits. Actually, this corner back here is all the stick baits and flukes. So then we have the last onboard charger in this corner. So we got everything back here, you name it. Got all the baits. Then last but not least, I think I forgot to tell you guys, these stabilizers right here that I'm stepping on each side, these were put on as well to help stabilize the boat a little more, give it a little more stability in the water, and make it a little bit longer. So that's it, you guys. That's my boat. I love this thing more than a lot of things, and it's really taking me places that I've always wanted to go, and really enjoying having a boat, being a first-time boat owner. So